Okay, welcome everybody. Let's gather around so you can hear or stay in the shade if you got yourself a good spot. This is one of my favorite days of the year, one of my favorite days of summer is celebrating with the Pennsylvania Outdoor Corps. And this is one of my favorite places in Pennsylvania, Kings Gap Environmental Ed Center. It's very accessible to Harrisburg. It's a place to come and relax and reflect. It's always 10 degrees cooler up here. And there's so many walking trails and so many things to see, but it's also the place where so many young people learn about conservation and learn about our mission, learn about Penn's Woods and the great thing about Pennsylvania. So we're here today to celebrate 10 years of the Pennsylvania Outdoor Corps, to celebrate our relationship and partnership with the Department of Labor and Industry. And I know I'm speaking for Governor Josh Shapiro and First Lady Lori Shapiro in saying this is one of the best programs that we have in Pennsylvania. It's critical in our mission in DCNR to continue the conservation work, the hands that really take care of the public lands of Pennsylvania. We say that we're in the forever business, the land that's conserved in Pennsylvania for current generations and future generations needs skilled hands and skilled minds that know what to do to manage that land, to take care of it for all Pennsylvanians and all visitors. So it's a tall order, it's important work. And the Pennsylvania Outdoor Corps gives us that line of people that are coming down the line who are educated citizens, but also potentially workers in conservation. When we started this program 10 years ago, we looked at we didn't have the funding for it, but we knew we needed a workforce program to train the next generation. I know John Norbeck, our Secretary for Parks and Forestry, said, let's just do this. Let's do it. Let's pull the trigger and do it, and then go to labor and industry and try to secure the funds. And that relationship has gotten stronger and better over the years to the point that last year, Secretary Walker and Governor Shapiro granted this program $5 million to expand and grow. And so some of the growth you're seeing here, some of the depth you're seeing here in the program is a direct result of that doubling down on an idea that has lasting value. This is a traditional follow-up of the Civilian Conservation Corps and the Pennsylvania Conservation Corps and the Youth Conservation Corps, all important workforce programs that really help prepare young adults for careers, soft skills and hard skills. I'm sure Secretary Walker will talk about the workforce side of it. We couldn't do what we do in DCNR without labor and industry's expertise on workforce. We do conservation, we take care of public lands. They really hone us and help us on workforce and really connect the dots for people. So this program gives young people aged 15 to 18 experience in the outdoors for the summer, 6-week program, direct hands-on work, helps our park visitors, helps our forest visitors, improves infrastructure, really helps. The 18 to 25-year-olds have a 10-month program to get various certifications and skills, a deeper dive into a future career and what that would look like in conservation, what the many, many job classifications in state government really are. There's so many classifications. People think, you know, the highest profile job we have, I think, is ranger. Even the governor came back from his RV tour and said, I want to be a ranger. Everyone sees the rangers. Rangers are very important. They keep us safe. But they're educators, geologists, scientists, administrators, communication staff, lawyers, engineers, designers, architects, planners, recreation specialists, et cetera. There's so many different jobs. And there's so many different jobs in state government that labor and industry helps open our workforce eyes to like all these other roles in public service that are so important. And so we're asking the crews here today, meet as many people as you can, mingle, talk to people, learn about the different job classifications, because you may or may not love what you did this summer and the work you did hands-on improving the public lands for everybody. Some people love it. Some people clarify that they don't want to do that. However, what you'll learn is that there are so many different jobs in public service, and perhaps you want to be one of those humbled public workers who care about public service and do it every day. So it's my great pleasure to turn the mic over to Secretary Nancy Walker, our Secretary for Labor and Industry. Big, complicated agency. She runs it with ease. She is a wonderful partner for us in DCNR and a wonderful leader across Pennsylvania in a very important topic, our workforce of Pennsylvania. With that, Secretary Walker.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Thank you to my good friend, Secretary Dunn. It is such a pleasure to be here, and this is one of our favorite events. Anytime, if I can just be honest, anytime we get to be outside and with our team friends at DCNR, this is just a great day. Our partners at DCNR know how to get workforce done in the outdoors, and that is the Outdoor Conservation Corps. And this program really stands out because it's an investment not only in our natural resources, in our parks, and in the precious areas that just are our forever areas, but they're an investment in people. And an investment in people, particularly young people, matters to us at Labor and Industry. We want to make sure that we have generations of workers in this space and in other spaces. And this program itself over these last 10 years, and 10 years is extraordinary in state government for a program to not only survive, but to thrive and to grow. In 10 years, 1,400 young people between the ages of 15 and 25 have participated in programs, and that's an extraordinary number of people. They've done things improving lands, restoring trails, planting trees, managing storm drains, but most importantly, they've built real skills. And for Pennsylvania Department of Labor and Industry, and for me personally, there are lots of jobs out there. And we're in a moment in time where there are a lot of jobs that pay pretty well. But I'm hoping that the people of Pennsylvania don't just get jobs that pay well, that keep their lights on at home. I want the people of Pennsylvania to have opportunities to find the thing that makes their hearts sing, that makes them want to get up every day and do that thing day after day because they know it matters and that that's what they're called to do. And programs like this, for some of those 1,400 people who've participated, have called them to do big things. And what makes this program so special to me is that any opportunity for young people to learn skills and to get paid while they do them gives them the opportunity to really explore new possibilities, and that's really the amazing part of this work. So some folks are going to go off and they're going to take park ranger jobs or conservation jobs or other public service jobs. But some of the folks who participated have been able to take those team building skills and those opportunities to work well and problem solve and get your head down and get a job done, take those skills to other jobs across Pennsylvania. But make no mistake about it, programs like this don't happen on their own, and they don't continue to thrive on their own. This happens because of smart, creative leadership. It happens because of people with vision, and that's Cindy Dunn. Secretary Dunn is somebody who is deeply passionate about the work she does. She changes lives every day. And the work that all of these crews are doing, they're doing work that they're not going to know the Pennsylvanians that have been impacted by the work they do. The trails that have been wandered down where great thoughts were thought, or where young people finally were someplace where there wasn't noise pollution in the background. But it's because of Secretary Dunn that is possible. And to all of the DCNR folks, to all of the team leaders with the outdoor program, to the mentors, you are changing lives every day, and thank you from Department of Labor and Industry. You make our jobs easy in this space, and we appreciate it. And to all the young people who are participating in it in the background here today, we are so proud of you. Great work, all of you. Thank you for your service this summer. I encourage you to consider this to be where you want to be, a space you want to be in the future. Your partners at Labor and Industry and DCNR will help you find that right spot. But thank you, and again, congratulations to this wonderful program's 10-year anniversary. And I think it's time to turn it over to Outdoor Corps Manager. Thank you, Mike Pioskowski. Mike.
All right, thank you, Secretaries. Appreciate it. Many kind words there. I want to start with a note of thanks for everybody that came here today, took your time out of your busy schedules to allow us to be here to celebrate our 10-year anniversary as the Pennsylvania Outdoor Corps. It's really an exciting year for us. The Outdoor Corps is larger than ever. We have more crews and more people in the field this year than we ever have in our history. And that speaks to the partnership. It speaks to the dedication of not just our partners, but also the young people and our staff here at DCNR, our public partners that we have throughout the state that take the time to work with and teach and transfer knowledge to our Outdoor Corps members. I really want to recognize our crew leaders that are here today that have taken time this summer to make sure that our youth have the best experience that they could possibly have. This is a hard job. It comes with risk involved. Anytime you're working in the outdoors, in the heat, in the sun, in the rain, it's real. And it takes real dedication to get up every day and come to work in a summer position and show up and put it in. The projects themselves are just a catalyst. They're just a catalyst for personal and professional development. That's really the cornerstone of the Pennsylvania Outdoor Corps. When I was a young person, I had people that believed in me. And it's really, truly an honor to be in a position today directing the Outdoor Corps program where we can set young people up where they can work with mentors and peer mentors to help them be the best they could possibly be. And that's what we're all about. Our partners at the Student Conservation Association stand with us to make this program happen every year, and also with the Pennsylvania Parks and Forests Foundation. Their work is integral in helping us plan this program to help it be all it can possibly be. And I want to really thank the park staff here today and the people that make Kings Gap Environmental Education Center and the park happen every single day. This truly is a partnership. We cannot do it alone. It takes a huge community. And building community is so important, not just to this program, but for all of us, really as a nation. And the Outdoor Corps is an excellent example of community building, where we're coming together to solve common problems for the greater good. And I'm just really, really thrilled that we can all be here together and celebrate in that mission and keep moving us forward. So thank you very much. And with that, I'm going to pass it over to Quinn Heist. Quinn's going to share his story coming up through the Outdoor Corps and now professionally with DCNR. So Quinn. Yes, sir. Yes, welcome.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone. So like Mike said, my name's Quinn Heist, and I'm an alumni of the Pennsylvania Outdoor Corps. I was a member in 2019, and then I led the York youth crew, which is here today with us. And then after that, I was the crew leader for an adult crew for 2 years. And I cannot tell you how appreciative I am that I found the Outdoor Corps. It really, led me to a career in DCNR and led me to something that I was passionate about. So I returned to Pennsylvania in 2019 and on a whim applied to be a member of the Corps. I met so many great staff doing projects in parks, doing projects that were meaningful for people, that people coming to the parks were actually going to use, improving habitats for wildlife, actually doing something that I felt was really meaningful. And I built so many soft and hard skills along the way that made me kind of a candidate for these DCNR positions so I could continue doing it throughout my life. I remember when I was a crew member, I was looking at DCNR jobs and hearing all about them. And I thought to myself that I would never be able to do a job like that. You know, I don't know all the birds in the sky, and I don't know all the bugs. But through this program, I gained the confidence and I gained the knowledge of the positions to know that DCNR doesn't expect you to know everything. They expect you to have a foundation, but that learning is a part of the journey. And I built up those skills in the Outdoor Corps and then got a job at Little Buffalo State Park as an environmental educator, which I did for a few years until I moved over to Memorial Lake and continued doing that. And I never would have applied for that if it wasn't for the Outdoor Corps. So it gave me the confidence I needed to pursue those positions. And then just recently, 2 weeks ago, I got hired back with the Outdoor Corps to serve on the staff, helping people, helping young people like those here today to hopefully find conservation jobs like I did and continue helping the people of the Commonwealth. So thank you.
Great. Thanks, Quinn. All right, and with that, I guess we'll take some questions if anybody has any questions or. All right, thank you so much, everybody. Really appreciate you being here today. Appreciate your time. Let's have a great day.
husband's favorite was hamburger.
Don't let anybody else park down here.
But we went to
Everybody goes up there
like the
and they meet
part
us
of
at
it,
the top of
the
the park.
UNESCO Heritage Site that was not sponsoring it.
And broken down.
Glass, you'll still find yeah, you're gonna put aluminum above. If they put it closer to the top,
Like I can see it breaking down. I can see it breaking down, but remember we saw that big styrofoam thing. It breaks.
Fishing lines, I would say, maybe.
It's like nylon fishing.
So you're not, so collectively, you're not 100% sure, but like, you're at least all in relative agreement, like, yeah, sure, let's go with that as a team. Okay.
Classes you got to take to, to get the degree, which, you may not.
Historical value than some of the other projects we've done. Yeah, I feel like I'm making a really, really big difference. It's great to kind of, I know, in like 20 years I'll come back here and go, yep, I did that, I painted the shutters.